Hey guys, welcome back to Real Talk. This is Zach. I'm joined by Hamadi and Solo. Boys, let's get into some EPL. We did a topic last time for NBA called overrated, underrated, right? Where we we were with our best and we discussed the most.
Why are you laughing, bro? I don't get ya.
This is our second take. I'm laughing because the first time it made me laugh.
What
about
happened the first
it.
time?
Nothing happened. You just
Nothing
laughed.
happened. I didn't do anything.
When I
Go,
say our
man.
best, you laugh. Anyways, so we did a thing, underrated, overrated for the NBA teams. It went over pretty well. We got like I think 30 something views, which is pretty exciting. So let's do one for EPL. Most overrated player, most underrated player for each team. All right. Let's start off with Liverpool. Hamadi, who is Liverpool's most overrated player?
I'll say it again. Mohamed Salah.
You're sick.
I am sick. I just don't.
What's wrong with you?
He's a great player.
Explain.
I'd love to have him at Arsenal, but he's not. He's not up on that pedestal that some fans have put him on. All right. In my opinion, he's a bit overrated. He's a bit selfish. I don't like that. Mane, that guy is another beast.
He's also selfish.
Also selfish, but not as much, man.
It's selfish. What's your point? What do you want from what pedestal? But what pedestal are you talking about?
Is he better?
What do you want him to be?
What do you mean? What do I want him to be?
Wh-
I'm talking about. Is he overrated? Yes, he's overrated. That's my opinion.
I don't think he is.
Are you going to mention something else?
No, go. Continue your point.
No, that's my point. You go. You tell me.
What's your point?
You tell me.
No, you said Salah. What was your point? Salah's
Well,
overrated because he's
if-
selfish.
No, in my opinion, he's just overrated. He's not as good as I think people think he is.
Yeah, but is there an explanation? That's it. Because he's not as good as people think he is.
Yeah, that's the whole point of being overrated.
One second.
Yeah, but one second. You said you'd love to have him at Arsenal,
I would.
but you don't think he's good as people say he is. I don't get it.
I think he's overrated. There's a difference between overrated
you know
and being
what?
shit, right?
You know what? I agree with Hamadi. He's my.
I don't care what you say.
No,
I'll be
no,
honest.
you
I
have
don't
to
care.
care. No,
I
you
don't
have
care.
to care.
I don't care because you've had a vendetta against him since
I have
the
no
start.
vendetta.
Yes, you don't like him.
There's
I know you
vendetta.
don't like him.
One sec. Let me finish.
Your opinion
let me
doesn't
say my
count.
point.
Why don't you
Let me
bring
say
up
my
the
point.
other boys you were talking about?
One
Bring
sec.
them up.
One sec. Let me
Who?
say.
Suarez and
Yeah,
Torres.
bring 'em up.
Yeah. Go
Yeah,
compare
go.
him.
Let's compare him.
Yeah, Salah has scored more goals
Fair enough.
in less appearances.
Fair enough.
Yeah, that's a
Okay.
stat. What?
Name me the wingers that Torres had. Can you name them?
You're talking about a different play at a different
Name them.
time.
Yeah,
Doesn't matter. Name them.
Riera.
Name the quality around him.
Riera. Harry
Right?
Kewell.
You got listen.
Harry Kewell.
With Salah,
Gerrard.
Salah, right? Who's feeding Salah? Firmino, Mane. Who's in him? Wijnaldum, good player. How about their wing backs? Probably the best assisting, offensive wing backs in the game, right?
In the world, yeah.
Who's the wing back for Torres? Arbeloa?
Arbeloa.
But
Insua?
but you're talking about him being selfish. The
Chaos.
guy had a standout season his first season with Liverpool. Yeah.
I never disregarded that.
No. But
Yeah.
I'm trying to explain something. Yeah. And he hasn't played like that since then, right? Because Liverpool's gotten better around him. They've started challenging for titles, started winning things.
Yeah.
Wouldn't he be a selfish player if he had continued to play that same way? Knowing it wouldn't have worked. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
How is he scoring goals?
His goal rate is still going up at the end of the day.
Solomon.
But you're comparing those players,
Yeah.
and he has the best team around him. That's not fair to compare at the end of the day.
I just feel like if you put those type of players around Suarez, Torres, Suarez would be averaging a goal a game without a doubt in that Liverpool.
He had
in
that
this
season.
Liverpool team.
Well, no, he had that season.
He had that season, but there's a big difference between Sterling, who was good at the time, and Sturridge, to a Mane and a Firmino beside you. Very big quality difference there.
Look,
But different coach, different different styles.
Exactly.
I get what you're saying. But you're saying compared to them, you would rather take them than Salah?
Suarez or Torres any day of the week.
No,
Twice
I'm
on
just asking.
Friday, cuz.
look, his.
You know they're gonna win. You know they're gonna win the
can
title,
I-
yeah.
They are going to win the
Can
title.
Yeah, and they didn't. Those two, remember that. As the head of the team.
Oh my
Who was in
God.
defence for that team?
Do I get to have my
Anyway,
say? As to
Who?
why?
Sorry,
Martin
go.
Skirtle, Daniel Agger?
Go.
On my face.
Go.
Look.
They decked us, yeah, 5-1.
He's.
We're shit.
Oh, we're
Big
shit now.
difference.
Yeah.
we've
Do you
always
remember
been
that game
shit.
as well? I freaking remember that game.
Hurry up, give me your point.
This is my point. And I think Hamadi will agree with me. This is now, I'm giving substance to Hamadi's thing, right?
Thank you, go.
His thing. Salah, the first season, right? Absolutely killed it.
Yeah.
No one could say anything wrong. The guy absolutely killed it for Liverpool. Played the right way, dribbling, beat players, scored goals, couldn't say nothing, right?
You couldn't touch
After
him.
that first season,
Yeah.
something happened.
What happened?
I don't know. I think he became goal conscious, right? He became conscious now of the fact I have to score goals or I want a goal tally or whatever. It's fair enough. You want to be the best. You want to keep winning, whatever. But his play style changed. Now you say it might have changed to suit the club, suit the team, whatever it was.
Stop. One second.
Let me go on.
No,
Let me
no,
finish. Let me finish.
but you made a point.
Go
I just want to rebuttal that. You're saying you don't know what happened. I'll tell you what happened. Teams did video on him.
Mm-hmm.
Teams started targeting him.
Okay.
That's what happened. That's
That's
normal.
what happened. Okay, so then what did he start doing? Start falling down?
Now you're talking about a completely different thing. Now we're
I'm
talking
saying-
about goals.
No,
We're
no,
talking about
I'm
style.
saying now because what happened is he started falling down, right?
Like Mane does, yeah.
Like, very, very easily. Started falling down. A lot of his goals were tap-in goals. So you're talking about the ratio being the same over the 3 years. I'm with you. But the first season, how he scored his goals to now is very, very different. Now his goals are not as great as they were in the first season. Not as great. A lot of them are penalties. A lot of them are tap-ins. A lot of them are just little fluky stuff. They don't understand how it goes in. Compared to that first season, come on, man. That season was great. But he's not as good as he was in the first season. He's not that good.
What do you
That's
want?
why he's
What do
overrated.
you want from the guy?
He's not a difference maker.
If teams have done their homework on him, the team around him has gotten better, and it's still getting better. What do you want from the guy? That's what I'm just saying.
He's not a difference maker. He's not.
Bro, but they're a great team at the end of the day.
We're saying he's overrated because he's put out as this difference maker in that team.
Whatever.
That take him out.
Mane is not overrated then.
You know what? You know why Mane is not, bro? Because Mane does a lot of work. Back in defense and in offense. He's running up and down, up and down, up and down.
I think you're just targeting
Salah
the
doesn't
guy.
have to do the defensive work that Mane has to do. That's why take Mane out, you'll feel it. Take Salah out, you won't feel it as much.
Mate, doesn't make a difference.
Come on, man.
Doesn't make a difference.
Is Salah top 5 in
Can
the
we go
Premier League
next?
right now?
Next team, man.
No, what next time? I haven't done my overrated player of Liverpool.
Bro, let's hear it. Let's hear it.
If it's Salah, we bash him.
Who's your overrated player?
Well,
No, you're lying.
nah, I was gonna say Mane, honestly.
Well, the guy, there's a new
Are
level.
you serious? Okay,
There's
no,
a new
no,
level
no,
of
no.
dumbness.
Now it's my
bro.
turn. Now it's my
Go
turn.
No, but it's the
sorry.
same. The same
no,
reason.
no.
The same
Why is
reason
he
as you.
overrated?
Same reason as you.
What's the same reason?
Goal conscious, selfish. The same reasons.
I don't think he's goal conscious.
Oh, get out of here, man.
Not as much as
Oh,
Salah.
Not as
stop
much
it,
as
bro.
Salah.
I'm done, bro.
He is, but not
They're
as
the
much as Salah.
same. They're the same player. The same thing, bro. You're gonna talk about Salah. Mane is the same shit. He goes down easily. All right. Don't tell me he doesn't. You complained about him against Leicester. Don't
He
give me
does.
that
No,
rubbish.
one
You
second,
give me a point
one
where
second,
Salah
one
did
second.
that
He
and you
does.
complained.
Bro,
Give me
he
a
does.
game.
Side by side, yeah. Who does it more? Salah does. Are you serious?
Go. Give me the games that he
Mane
did.
does.
It in. Go.
Mane does do that.
They do the same thing.
But Kazi, goal conscious, yeah? Yeah, Mane's also goal conscious. I'm with you. But who's more vital to their team? Who's painted as the savior of Liverpool, as the number
Look,
one?
I'll be honest.
Salah.
And I'll be honest. You know who I really think was? James Milner. He's fucking overrated, man. James Milner. No, honestly, how much does Klopp rely on this bloke? For what? He does nothing. You can easily replace this bloke. And he signed the
You know
he signed
James
the
Milner is?
he signed a 10-year extension.
You know who James Milner is? Park Ji-sung, bro.
Nah, bro.
Hell.
That's a disrespect to Park Ji-sung.
No, James Milner's my guy.
Park Ji-sung was
he's
an amazing
freaking
player.
he's
Amazing
freaking
at what?
overrated.
He
At
does
his job.
at his job, same as James Milner.
No.
But what does he bring anything?
That's my point.
He just brings like stability. That's
Okay,
what he brings.
who do
He
you rather?
brings he's just English. Get out of here, man.
Who'd you rather, Milner or Park Ji-sung?
Park Ji-sung.
Because he's
Park
Asian.
Ji-sung,
Park
cuz.
Ji-sung.
Park Ji-sung, brother.
All day. Give me the most underrated player at Liverpool. Don't say Salah.
Winnie Oldham.
That's fair enough.
He's an engine in midfield. I like him, man. He's a good player. Like I got nothing to say. He's a good player, man.
Does a bit of everything.
legit.
yeah.
He just does a bit of everything, man.
Definitely.
Firmino.
Wow.
Roberto
I
Firmino.
think he's rated.
I think
where
he's
he
rated.
is.
I think he's
Where he
under.
is.
I think he's underrated.
In
And that
terms
front
of-
three,
But
that
in terms
front
of
three.
what? But like he's
In term- bro, people. I'm talking about analysts and shit. That they have been complaining about him. He doesn't score enough goals. He doesn't do enough work. He's just
You know
just
what?
there.
People that say that are dumb, right? Go look at
Bro.
Dennis Bergkamp's like goal to game ratio.
Yeah,
it's not that
exactly.
great, but
Yeah.
what Dennis Bergkamp brings to you is it's like it can't be matched, right? It's one of those things you have to see on the field.
Yeah.
Same as Zidane. Go look at Zidane's actual stats, goals and assists. It's not that great at all. But when he played, he was the best player on the pitch
Yeah,
nearly
but-
every game, man.
But when you talk about a guy, a difference maker, he's a difference maker. You notice when he's not on the pitch. That's when Salah, that's when Mane start, oh shit, we got to score goals. You know what I mean? They forget about the whole structure of the game. Firmino brings stability to that front three.
If Firmino
He's
was
that
goal
balance,
conscious, Liverpool would not be as good as they are.
Exactly. So he sacrificed that part of the game.
For me, I'll put down Fabinho. I think Fabinho for me.
I don't underrate Fabinho or
Does-
overrate him. I think he's
I
very,
think-
very good.
I think general media underrate him as how good he is.
I think general media underrate how important a centre defensive midfielder is.
No,
Yeah.
they
Like a
mention it now.
Fernandinho,
No, they're
Fabinho.
they mentioned Kante. right? Of course, because Kante's amazing. We're not saying anything
Yeah.
about that. But Fabinho for me is not maybe at that level of Kante, but is at a very, very high level. Definitely in terms of in the world.
Definitely top three.
Top three,
Easy.
top five CDMs in the world.
Kante, Busquets, Fabinho, and
Busquets?
any particular. Oh man,
Yeah, up to when Fabinho got injured, bro. He was their best player. He was
Yeah.
Liverpool's best player, man.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? I used to hate Busquets, man. But if you actually like notice the work he does, it's one of those guys that's underrated, right? You put him as one of the most underrated guys.
When
in
we
the
do La
Barcelona team.
Liga underrated,
We'll get there. We'll get there.
We're going there. Far out, man.
All right,
Next week, guys.
Count me out.
this was a bit difficult for me. Man City. Who's Man City's most overrated player? Do you want me to start? I said Kyle Walker. I feel like he's overrated. I feel like he doesn't
I
offer.
feel like I don't even rate him.
But no,
to be honest with you.
but him coming from Tottenham to City, him being that guy, and I think we put him. I think we were talking about like team in a decade. We were talking about Kyle Walker, but I feel like he's not as vital to their team as once thought. I think last season he was, when he used to make those runs, playing that five at the back, whatever it is. But I think now it's just. I mean, you don't even hear about the guy. How's he playing? He's not even being used as an option when it comes to centre back, even though he can play. So yeah, I think for me, is it maybe English thing? I don't know. I think
I'm gonna go with John Stones. I feel like
Mm.
he's really overrated.
Does he even play?
He does. He does.
I mean,
He got injured.
Yeah, I
He
mean,
was
like,
playing, yeah.
well, he's got a 50 mil price tag on his head, and he hasn't delivered, in my opinion, at all.
yeah, fair enough.
What about you, Solomon?
Yeah, Mahrez probably.
Mahrez.
Ooh, I like Mahrez, man.
I like
Overrated.
Mahrez, but I don't know.
think
Like,
I
I
don't
just
think he's over. Like, I don't think he's.
no.
don't
I think
talk
what
about him in that way.
what I'm saying is when they bought the guy as a Premier League winner, yeah, the role he was supposed to play, it
You know
was
what the problem
like,
is with that though? Is he's always been in and out of the lineup.
Yeah, you know what I
lot,
mean. There's
a
no
lot.
consistency
There's no
with him.
consistency. I
But
think
that's
it's more
not
of
on
the
him,
coach.
bro. They bought him
Uh,
while having Silva and Sane.
I understand what
Like,
I'm
where's he
saying.
gonna
What
play?
I'm saying is, to this day, they've got those injuries with Sane. He's still in and out.
Mm.
He still doesn't get the gameplay.
Silva.
And when he jumps on, when he does start a game, doesn't deliver. He doesn't do much.
He scored his last game, bro.
I'm talking about overall. I'm not talking about last game. I'm talking about overall in general. He, for what he was supposed to bring to the team, all right, I don't think he's delivered.
I don't know.
What is he? No, but what is he? A bench player? Because if he's a bench player, he's delivered. But if it's not, if he's supposed to be coming in as a starter, as a Premier League winner, he has not delivered. That's my point.
That's fair enough. My underrated player is Fernandinho. Against CDM, you know, they talk about him, but him being taken out of CDM, placed into centre back, tells me they don't rate him. Like they don't rate him the way he should be rated, because he is so important to that team. We're seeing it now live. Yeah, no worries, Rodri will come in and do a job, but dude, Fernandinho was the backbone of that team for such a long time, and for him just to be taken out, put into centre back, there's the good side of it. That's how much they trust him. Take him out of one position, put him into another. But I think he's very underrated in terms of what he offers Manchester City. What about you, boys?
Bernardo Silva. I think KDB gets all the props. Aguero gets all the props, but Bernardo Silva is one freak of a player in my opinion.
Very good.
His dribbling is it's unbelievable. I find it like not as good as Messi, but the way he has that ball on a string, I think he's a crazy player.
I agree.
Well, I think, yeah, on Bernardo, that's the role that Mario's supposed to play. That's my
Mm.
point. You know what I mean? Bernardo's the one that has been putting in the work, has been healthy, doesn't get no credit.
Still, he goes very under the radar a lot.
Yeah, man.
What about Tottenham? What do we think of Tottenham?
Nah, we're
Harry
talking.
Kane overrated. Yeah, I'm putting him there. I don't care.
That's controversial.
It's not controversial.
He does a lot for his team, man.
Does a lot, scores a lot of
Scores
goals,
a lot of
but
goals.
in my opinion,
Take him out. There's a difference.
besides his finishing, what's his quality, right?
But he's a striker.
He
That's
has,
what
no,
he's meant to-
he has no pace. He's technical,
but he
he's
still
like
scores.
technical ability on the ball. I get it, right? He scores goals. I feel like you put him in another team, he might not give you that same return. That's how I feel.
Solomon?
Overrated Tottenham player. Dele Alli.
Yeah, I agree. That was my
Yeah.
pick as well, Dele Alli.
I know recently he started playing good again, but what has he done before Jose came? The last year or two?
He's been
Yeah.
average.
Nothing. You
This
know,
is
for
just temporary confidence. I
the
think.
way he came in, you know, that hot start, you know, the goals he was scoring, the effect he had on the team, hasn't showed that. I think he's just riding a wave right now. You know what I mean?
Underrated, I had Son.
I think we all had Son. Let's be honest here.
Son, man.
Let's be honest.
I think he's rated. Now. I think people like.
Come on, bro.
I think Jose.
He's a top 5 player.
Again, we're talking about Jose now. Jose loves him, bro. Like
he's so good,
yeah.
Son, man. God damn, he's good.
You've seen the
So
effect. You've seen the effect he's
Yeah.
had on him. So
You
far.
had Son as well?
In terms of underrated.
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about in terms of just
Who did you have underrated?
underrated. That's tough. Harry Winks. No, I'm joking.
Vertonghen? Dyer?
Who's that guy?
Sissoko?
Nah, I'll go Son. Yeah, I'll go Son.
Sissoko is not a bad
I like
choice as well.
Sissoko.
Yeah,
Nah,
Sissoko.
Son. Yeah, Son. I'll go with the Son,
Son.
bro.
How about Arsenal?
The whole team's overrated, bro. The whole team's fucking overrated.
Who's overrated at Arsenal?
Sorry.
Who's overrated?
The whole team.
From
The whole
just-
team.
From just a coach's perspective, and
Mustafi,
even media,
everyone.
I would say Xhaka.
You know what?
He keeps getting picked in every team, bro. I don't get
He's
it.
not overrated or anything. He's nothing. He's crap.
According to the coaches, he's overrated because he always
Yeah,
plays.
yeah, yeah. Look, I don't want to say this, but I have to say it. Guendouzi.
Oh
I feel
my
like-
god! What?
He's a little overrated, right? He's a bit of a headless chicken. If you watch him, he's a bit of a headless chicken at times, right? There's something about him that is a bit overrated to me. It's like what's his quality?
Still young, but.
Alright, but what's his quality, guys? I want you guys
He's
to
a
tell me.
box to box.
Is he though?
Yeah.
Is he though?
I feel like
What's a box to box?
I feel like he's
Come on,
he could be the glue of the team. You know what I mean?
But he's not yet. And kind of people have been like
And-
putting him up as this
I know.
is the glue, but he's not. He's
I
not
think
there at all.
getting picked for France as well probably
Yeah.
gave him a bit of a big head.
Yeah, 100%.
You know what I mean? He's still young, man. Like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a fair point what you're saying, but the only thing to that is he's still young. So
I
like
guess so.
he's probably been playing like past his potential. Like, but no one thought he'd be playing for France at this time. You know what I mean? As well.
Yeah,
So
What do you think? Who's your most
I
overrated?
told you the whole team. They're all overrated. I don't know. Like I just feel like, especially after the Man City game, yeah, that was a test, right? You know, it's gone, new manager, free flowing football, whatever. Play a game. We were done in 10 minutes. We were gone in 10 minutes, man. I don't know. I reckon they should just. There's a few guys that need to go. Half the team needs to go.
What about underrated at Arsenal?
What about you? Who's overrated for you? Xhaka.
I had Xhaka, yeah.
Okay.
Just from a coach's perspective.
He's not underrated at Arsenal, man.
I'll tell you mine.
Who?
I had 2. Yeah.
Torreira.
I had Lacazette. I feel like people don't give him the props. He's a great striker. And I feel like anytime there's a problem in attack, he's the first to get dropped. Even though a lot of the times this season, Aubameyang's
got
been
one.
I
awesome.
feel like Aubameyang is going to go at the end of this year, and I feel you'll get the best Lacazette.
My second one is Leno.
I was gonna say Leno.
Leno,
That was the guy I was thinking. Leno.
He's saved us a lot of points this season from his saves.
He saved us from being top
And
bottom 3.
he's had a chat defense in front of him, and he's done really well, man.
He's
I
kind of
think
like
underrated.
getting the De Gea props, right?
Yeah.
He doesn't get it, right? He doesn't
Yeah.
get the De Gea props, but De Gea's had a terrible defense for the last couple of years. Makes some incredible saves.
Mhm.
Leno's been the same this
He's
year.
dealing with the same shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's 100%, man.
What about Manchester United? Most overrated United.
Say it.
Harry Maguire.
Yeah. I had Maguire and I had Rashford.
Of course,
I
he had
I had
Rashford.
Maguire and I had
It's fine.
Martial.
Well, I love Martial.
Martial he's not brother. Scored the first goal. Thierry Henry.
Thierry Henry. Welcome to Manchester United.
What a goal.
Boys,
man.
we got the
Against
next
Liverpool.
Thierry Henry. And I just haven't seen it yet, man. Like, there's no consistency about him. Where's his 20 goals a game? He's a 20 goal a game.
20 goals a game.
20 goals a season. 20 goals a season type
Salah,
of player,
bro.
right?
Better than Salah.
Yeah.
Martial should be a 20 goals a season type of player. Can we all agree?
Yeah,
100% he
yeah,
should.
yeah, of course.
Is he?
100%.
He's not.
He's
No.
not.
Big price tag, hasn't lived up
Yeah.
to it yet. He's had the opportunity, plenty of opportunity, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I
But
think
you can argue right coach, right system, but
he needs to go.
You know
man. He
what?
needs to move.
some players can
Needs to
still
come
get.
to Arsenal.
Aubameyang's got had the shittest coach, shittest system, still able to put in 30 goals. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
100%.
You got the quality, man.
I was going to say Harry Maguire. Just for the price tag. But not only that, look how good Leicester's going still.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
They lost their best defender and they're going better than last year.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it doesn't help his cause. Yeah, Harry Maguire.
I had Rashford.
Sky, bro.
Only reason why,
Surprise,
look, he's
surprise.
played so well in his last couple of games. Didn't do too well against Everton. But he's played so well in the last couple of games. I just feel like, where's this been all season, you know? Why hasn't been showing it, been more consistent? Leicester City. Who is Leicester
Wait, is
City?
he underrated?
For United.
He didn't underrated.
Oh, sorry, underrated for United. I had McTominay.
No.
I think he's underrated. I think people don't realize how good he is and what he does for that team.
I have Daniel James. I think he's a.
Daniel
would say that.
Hamas.
I don't think he's I wouldn't say he's underrated, right? But man, he's a. For the little fee they paid for him, he's been a top signing, and he looks.
He's a
like he'd be-
headless. He is a headless chicken.
He's headless, but
He's
he's got
freaking
crazy
runs, bro.
talent, man. That's like Sterling when he first came on the scene, right? Bit of a headless
Very
chicken,
similar.
but you could definitely see the talent. You can definitely see the talent of Daniel James, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Rashford, bro. Rashford's underrated, bro.
Get the hell
Rashford's
outta here,
underrated.
bro.
What the hell's wrong with you?
Because of people like you, bro. You think that he doesn't do anything for that team. Bro, if they don't have him, they're bottom 3, bro. You know that.
Rashford's underrated.
Yeah, bro. They don't appreciate him, bro.
Marcus Rashford? You talking about?
Marcus Rashford. They don't appreciate him.
They don't appreciate it.
Like you. People like you.
Look, let's just move on. We already had one big argument. Let's not make it two.
You want to start one? Let's
No,
go.
it's alright. Leicester City. Who's their most overrated player? I'll tell you mine.
Jamie Vardy.
I had none. I could not think of one player in that team that's overrated, man. I think they're all just very good players. No one overrates
no one
anyone.
talks about him, so who you gonna overrate?
I don't think anyone. Yeah, maybe Madison a bit.
Why are we even talking about Leicester
Right,
City?
maybe Madison you can
Second. You have to talk about him.
say. You have to talk about this
No, we
second.
don't.
Well, I'd have to talk about the rest of these shit teams.
Like I said,
True.
maybe Madison, but even him, bro. There's no one in that team that's overrated.
Okay, so go straight to underrated then. I'll start underrated.
Tell me.
Soyuncu, what his name is? The centre back.
Yeah, the centre back, yeah.
Man, how good has he been for them?
He's pretty good, man.
And what, is he paired with Johnny Evans? Come on, man. You're telling me Johnny Evans and him have the best defence
Mm-hmm.
in the league? They have the best defence in the league, yeah?
They do, yeah.
Unbelievable. Ridiculous, man. Brendan Rodgers underrated, bro. What do you reckon?
Wait, who's yours?
That guy, that centre back. I don't know how to
Soyuncu.
pronounce his
So
name.
Soyuncu.
For me, I wrote
Soyuncu.
Ndidi.
I love Ndidi.
I think they finally replaced Kante.
Arsenal need Ndidi.
They finally
Definitely.
replaced Kante, and Ndidi was the man. You know, and I think he's doing very well. Very
Arsenal
underrated.
are crying out for a CDM like Ndidi. This is
Obviously,
why
yeah.
Leicester's second, because they have that guy, man.
That's it.
They have
That's
a
all
guy
they have.
Like that.
They have
a
that guy.
like that.
How about
Breaks up the play.
how about How about Chelsea?
Jorginho.
Since I said it,
Jorginho.
Jorginho's my most overrated player for Chelsea. I think he's overrated.
Just as a player, just him, like any
in that
specifics?
team, I think he's a glorified Arteta. Yeah.
The hell,
Arteta
man?
for Arsenal. That's what he is for Chelsea. Passes the ball out, balls over the top. He doesn't make tackles.
You know, I feel like it's been overrated for a while. Willian. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I feel like.
I was say Pulisic.
Captain
Come
America.
on, man. I'm doing my best out
Pulisic.
here.
Captain America. Don't you dare disrespect.
Come
Captain
on,
America.
Nah,
man.
he's a bit
Hey,
overrated.
William, pass, dude. I'm over.
Nah, he's a bit overrated.
He is overrated.
Underrated.
Underrated?
For me, it's always gonna be Kante. The guy, what the guy
Come
does
on,
on the
no, bro.
What the
everyone
guy does
knows
on the
he's
pitch,
Telling me,
man.
telling me him saying Kante is worse than me saying Rashford.
Nah, that's terrible.
on, man.
bro. The
It's
guy won a World Cup. Everyone knows he's
The
good.
guy's the best
He's on
CDM in
FIFA
the
Player
world.
of the
I don't
year,
give a shit.
guys.
I love the guy. He's underrated.
Oh my god! I had Zuma, bro. Kurt Zuma this season has played very well. No one's noticed it, but Chelsea have been doing well defensively. He's had different part. Christensen's come in, Tomori comes in, but Zuma's been that guy that's kept the ship on course. I think Zuma's the most underrated at Chelsea. What about you?
It's pretty tough. I don't know. Maybe Mason Mount. Tammy Abraham. A little bit.
Abraham underrated, yeah.
A little bit, man. Like I don't think he gets.
Top scorer.
You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't think people rate him. You know what I mean? And he's a pretty good player. He's doing a job for them as
He's
best he
decent.
can. He's decent, but no one like gives him any credit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Rogers most underrated coach. Well, yeah,
Oh, 100%.
100%. The guys doing wonders. We'll do next week. Underrated, overrated with La Liga, so we can talk about Busquets.
Get out of here, man.
Brother, Busquets is underrated, boys.